Shalom, shalom.
Hey, Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well.
Shalom.
Salutation to the Akim preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Brothers here from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp coming to you with another lesson to edify the flock. Lord's will be edifying. As the title reads, put your courage first. Make sure courage, because we know that courage deals with the mind. And the Lord always tell us, gird up your mind. Prepare your soul for temptation when you come to serve Him. Count the cost. All these things the Lord told us already. So now, we're going into the book of Joshua here to begin the video. Go ahead.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. It says, Have not I commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh thy power is with thee, whatsoever thou goest. So as we know, the souls of the righteous is in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So as we know, the Lord scatter us, as the book of Deuteronomy 5 and 27, the Lord scatter us to the four corners of the earth, amongst these heathens, when we went off and serving these idol gods. Now the Lord wake us back in these last days amongst these same heathens, and the Lord make us, in a sense, virgins. Virgins in a sense that pure mind, and know that we wake up back up into this truth in these last days, knowing the Lord name, knowing our heritage, the Lord statutes and commandments. So the Lord is a guide unto us. The Lord being that helping hand throughout our course, as we count the course, as we going through this, it's like the mock exam right now. The Lord preparing us for the ultimate test. So the Lord always with us, if we go in to work, if we come back home, if somebody jump on a plane, even when they're on a bed sick, bedridden, the Lord always with us,
And that brother say that because the Lord telling us to be of good courage. Now, when you go into the word courage on the online etymology, we get a more brief understanding of the word courage, and I'll just get that real quick. Right? Just bear with me a little bit. Right, this is the word courage here. Yapa. Because it says courage, heart, as the seat of emotions, hence spirit. It says temperament, state of frame of mind, right? It says innermost feelings, temper, right? When you go into the Latin, it goes on into more. It says valor, quality of mind which enables one to meet danger and trouble without fear. So this is exactly the frame of mind that the Lord wants us to be in, with the higher feelings intact. Because we know in being in this flesh, the first thing when something happens to you, your feelings want to get involved. Whether it be anger, whether it be fear, whether it be sad, emotional, but we have to keep our feelings intact. Because when we're going through something, our brother might die in front of you, but you have to keep your feelings intact and remember your mission. That's why the Lord say, be of good courage and remember what the Lord tells us to do, because He with you. You understand?
You could jump to the 2 Timothy 1 and 7, because there is something we brother say here very happy, because at that time when our health started way close, Jacob's trouble, because at the time we seeing, where the digital currency is coming out, the agenda is being more portrayed, so in the NWO is about to take place, and with the NWO, is all out of chaos. So that we're into martial law, FEMA camps, and even what she could start between all these happening, farming and the wood, physical farming, plagues, pestilence, you just name it, is a wave, and that is prophecy. Get ready to feel uncomfortable with what it takes. Isaiah's 32 and 9. Rise you man at our ease, and especially these eves. But you really go back and when you go back into that woman, you can represent Israel also. The whole nation of Israel.
Yeah, because Israel is like a woman. But a lot of our people are at ease. They're not understanding what's really happening, and they wouldn't understand until it's too late. Right? So this is 2 Timothy 1:7. For Yahweh had not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. The Lord didn't give us a spirit to be frightened, as He tells us, because when you read when you read in when you read in Joshua the first chapter and the ninth verse, it tells you that the Lord commanded you not to be frightened. Why He commanded you not to be frightened is because He gave us a sound mind. He gave us comfort within the scriptures. He tells us everything there is to be told. Now, why we should be afraid? He gave us power. You understand? Which is the Ruach Kodash as well. Because the Ruach Kodash now keep us comfortable, which is the Yahweh Shai. When you look at it in a whole, the Yahweh Shai comforting us as the comforter. Right? And that is power within itself, because now the power that we have is to what? To overcome. Right?
And yes. Keeping the precepts as a pattern, because the Lord explain everything for us. The Lord even say in Matthew 10, want to grab us up, put no thought in your mind what to say, you can bring all the scripture also when the enemy coming like a flood. So like let wisdom and be this stability at that time. Because this is something where we had to keep us true, wisdom, the precepts, the word of the Lord. I mean, as you see brother say earlier on, the comforter, Yahweh shall be the comforter, to comfort you with confidence, having courage, and not fainting in the time of affliction, knowing that, you in the knowing. So you can't be in the knowing and knowing that, the Lord said, they go down that junction, there's some lions they waiting, but they have a back door, you can take through that back door, and, you can escape from them. So you don't know, I go down there brave because, but the truth is going to be like, nah, but they have a lion down there. Me going down there, they have a lion, but we know it, we get the cheat codes. So we know for sure that they have a door on the right hand side of the take to hit a back, to hit to escape, So
and that's that's why the Lord talk about the weak nature, because now we in the flesh, and what has happened when we in the flesh, we will have thoughts that lion gonna eat me, that lion, what could happen to me, and that is the flesh. That's why the Lord tell us to get rid of that nature, because you're in the flesh and a lot of things might be happening, earthquakes, but we might say, yeah, we were the Lord, Some of them say, yeah, I with the Lord, but when a big earthquake take place, you're running and you're wilding out. That don't mean to say it's not a part of the election. That doesn't mean to say that they needed a bit more practice, because all of us in the flesh. But what we should be practicing is the mind to get ready for anything. Get ready for anything, because anything could happen. The second is just 14 and 14. It says, let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. Because that nature gonna have you weak and stumbling, constantly studying fear. Somebody could come into my house, because why? Electricity, no bread, nothing. Somebody could come into my house and take my thing, kill my children, kill my, them is the things you're not supposed to be worried about.
It's like, let the spirit take over. Let the spirit be your guy, which is Yahweh Shai.
Trust in the Lord.
Because the time we had it in no walk in the park, it also said specialized terrace, and he also said that the earth haven't seen it before. The kind of destruction, the kind of the chaos gonna reach up on the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's like you're driving a car, right? And the Lord tell you you're gonna crash 8:30 tonight. You're not gonna drive slow. You rather know you're gonna crash and be speeding on the road. That is not how the man of the Lord is supposed to be if you are using wisdom. You know at a specific time danger is coming, right? As we went into the word courage, let me just get back for edification's sake. As we went to the word courage, it says a quality which enables one to meet danger and trouble without fear. So now you know it coming, you're not supposed to be afraid of it, but you're supposed to use wisdom, because that's what we have.
Because we, as your brother say, you know it coming, and who coming? The devil, the spiritual counterpart, or the physical counterpart of Satan is Esau. Because these spirits gonna be staying up in Esau, because he know but he have a short time. So he gonna be like a madman spending none, and we Lord say he gonna start at his house. So all these men who go to the highways and byways and preaching all these wrong philosophies, the wrong doctrine, you can say the wrong doctrine, and trying to mesh up, their wickedness onto the scripture, as we know in Revelation 22 speak about it, who add or take away from the book. You
Can.
know, the Lord go and
Add these plagues
add his
unto
plague
them.
unto them.
Take away the name from the book of life.
Can. So
Right?
these bomb camps, the true bomb camps, because they not in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, they not in the spirit of heralding the coming of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai and glorifying Yahweh Hashem Yeshai. They rather walk with horse and be all prideful and feel like it's a horseshoe.
Can, and that's a Yapa thing that you mentioned now, because they know they will have the opposite of courage. They gonna have pride.
Can.
And the pride is what gonna set them up to fall, because the Lord say the pride is the beginning of when one joyeth away himself from the Lord. When you having pride, you're drawing away yourself from the Lord, because pride is something that make you lift up your chest, and you're not supposed to lift up yourself. The Lord is the one that exalts. So if the Lord exalts you while you're being humble, that is not pride. You understand? The Lord making you, exalting you, so that you could understand fully that it's Him doing it, and He to Him belongs the glory. That is what makes us have more faith in the truth. Understand that the Lord is the one that guiding us, and many brothers have many testimony. There's even a page on YouTube called GMS Testimony, where brothers show their countless testimony on how the Lord delivered them. As we could recall, when the brother, some men come looking for the one of the brother's brother, and the Lord deliver him. A man, when the fire take place, and he catch a fire, a lot of different ways men could recall the Lord saving them, and that's why the Lord say, look at the generations are old also, and see if he forsake anybody, Lord not gonna forsake us, so you ought to be worried if it is you not doing what the Lord say, you're not pleasing Him. If you're in one of these camps and you're having the Sabbath contrary, because the Lord say there are punishment for breaking the Sabbath, you should be worried if you're growing your hair long to the ground, all these things that against the Lord doctrine.
These Shiva Chatans.
These are things you should be worried about. You must be worried if you're in the truth and you're doing all that the Lord commanded to do. Because you know you're doing it, you're examining yourself.
You're sure that the race you're running, that the Lord water and giving you water every break.
Your prayers now supposed to be, Lord, don't let the Holy Spirit leave from me. Because it's on you. The Holy Spirit will have you doing these lessons, obeying the commandments when nobody are wrong. Because when nobody are wrong, that race had to continue running. It's a relay when you're with your brothers. But when you're by yourself, it's a 100-meter sprint. You understand? You had to keep running until nobody there to help you.
You're real. It was done always to a tighter, because there's something where we had to really take in consideration when the Lord say, let it be, let the precepts be, let the word be our comforter, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We understand that we reach to that point where the Lord gonna give us that trial. As the Lord say now, was about Solomon, a little chastisement.
Because the Lord say my yoke is light.
So all these things we headed into, all these things the Lord is accepted for us to inherit the kingdom of heaven, because the Lord in God's why, what 144,000
just take the kingdom.
That's too easy.
That's too easy. And that's how I know this was the truth. Because I always mention this in my videos. I say when I was in Islam, they say once your good deeds overweigh your sins, I said you enter. But when you come to the truth, you realize there's a lot of work need to be done.
Hey, this shit so serious that the Lord grew you so spiritually, put it into this, because in the flesh, you have this physical feelings that you get emotional and heartbreak because a brother might do something way out of line, that you get kicked out of the camp, or your Eve do something way out of line that, she transgress against you, and go and commit harlotry, or your daughter or your son become one of the Alpha people, knowing that they know the Lord and are serving the Lord growing up, and just so like demons jump on them. That is to show all these things the Lord tempting you, all these things the Lord giving you your trial to see how strong you really are. And Lord always with you, don't feel like the Lord gonna leave you astray or leave you to go down in that ditch. No, the Lord always there to help in hand. As I say earlier, only souls that are just in the Lord's hand. So wherever the Lord set you, the Lord harden in your heart. to be that sturdy man, because if you want to be ruling over all these hidden nations, even the nations come to your loins, you cannot be a pipsqueak. You cannot be a simp, nigga. You had to lay your foot down. You had to say, well, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that, or I don't want that. But we knowing that where in this time we had to use wisdom pertaining to certain things, because how the system is set. And render the Caesar unto Caesar. So sometimes you might end up in a situation where you had a fucking take the back seat and say, well, Lord, I'll take the back seat now. But the best thing for you to do at certain situation where demons come, or the foes are out. So they set up curses on these fucking 2/3. As the Lord said, even pray for them. Set up curses onto them. And this is the time for brothers to be in that spirit. As they come up against us, send up curses, send up curses, send up curses.
Yeah, let the Lord take over.
Lord, let vengeance really be in the Lord's hand. Don't be like these other camps and putting all their confidence and all their courage and all their faith in the pistol, in the Esau Edom's sword. Imagine you the sword coming out with great wrath, but you wanna go against his sword with the sword. That is being carnal. That not laying wisdom and not be spiritual anytime.
Yeah, that's not spiritual on no level.
Because when they say when they come to grab you up, they put a thought in the mind. Imagine you have guns on you, so you write a reality. You glitching, you retaliating one time. You making them shots in them in that chamber let loose. I was gonna go on with you. You gonna fucking be like down the face of the head, because when you get picked up because you gonna get this sword. Who are the last time gonna shine? Who wanna get his last play? You could tell me it's come like the movie Blade. When all these vampires come up against Blade. Blade show he said, he say, well, hey, fuck it. If I had dead, I'd have dead. Let me go all. And now Esau coming. Esau say, well, fuck it. I gotta go all.
And that's what the Lord say in the first precept, to be of good courage. Get ready to give up your life. That's why I'm going back to the let wisdom be the stability at the time, because the scripture, the Lord also tell us what blessed is when he see the saints die for him. That's roughly paraphrasing. But blessed is the death of the saints in the eyes of the Lord. You understand? So that is nothing. But you had to be of good courage while you're going through it, because you're not just the day of the Lord not just gonna be 1 second, or Jacob's shovel not just gonna be one day. It's gonna be a time where you're gonna be tempted. Scripture say when the Lord will be with you, that you wouldn't be tempted above that you should be. Right? So let me just bring out this precept really quick. This is 1 Thessalonians 3 and verse 3. It says that no man should be moved by these afflictions, for yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. The Lord said these afflictions was appointed unto you, meaning that every shit that you're going to face and that you ever face in life, that was for you. That was there's an affliction bag set for you. And deeper down in the rabbit hole, that is yours.
God, the Lord say, my son, when they come to the should prepare thyself for temptation.
And the Lord also tell you that everything is predestinated. So where you're going through is where you was predestinated to go through. The Lord say, yeah, pointed that affliction onto you. So don't be moved by it. Don't be worried, because that was for you.
As big brother boy I was saying today, the Lord gonna give a man more than he can do. So whoever the Lord give you, take it with share. Take it with full share. When they get ready, we'll go down into the second is just 7, because you had to bring out that precept to show that the Lord set us in this dark place, which is the earth, with all these wickedness, this folly, to show his righteousness. As we know, John 3 and 19.
Light has come into you, condemnation,
and man love darkness rather than light. So the men of the Lord will be, as we look into Matthew 6 and 22, I think 6 and 22, and say, let the eye be single. But we are single on the kingdom of heaven, nothing else. Fuck away with everything else. But yet, I had to show you that in this world, you really had a characteristic of being blameless. You really had to take full control of the old man, because the old man is going to reach out and glitch sometimes.
It goes back to the video again. The word courage, where it says keep your emotions intact. If you keeping your emotions intact, that is you controlling the old man. Because that old man ready to peep out anytime, but we had to constantly be burying him.
Throwing that dirt on him.
Yeah, you had to keep throwing that dirt on him. Because he coming back up, digging himself back up. Somebody might get angry at it, and the old man shove his whole body out. You understand? You beat them up. No, that was a carnal thing to do. What you gotta do? You gotta get punished now because you disobey the Lord.
And because the Lord said to be blameless as him.
Can.
And there's something where we are to take in consideration that we ought to be blameless, not to be a murderer, a thief, or a busybody in any man's matter. And that being a busybody in any man's matter, it's serious. That's why talking about a man or affiliated with these tutors to keep a conversation with each other. And that is how these spirituals come. Sometimes spirituals catch you with a conversation and then I'm jumping, talking about a tutor, they're talking about a Eve. And he doesn't want to prolong the conversation, but they don't fit in the conversation already. And it's like, that's why I do this. And that is something where that just show that, as the Lord said, don't sit down and keep a conversation with all the ungodly. Keep your distance, continue with a godly man. So if you have spare time, don't run to go and meet your tutored cousin who you know have plenty girls.
Yeah.
You know, when you have free time, you go and check your brothers, go and fire up a video.
Continue with a godly man.
Continue with a godly man, fire up a video, if you want to go and please the flesh pertaining to any weed, anything, it had time and place for everything. But don't get carried away in this world. Don't run to wicks for these disease.
Because energy is real. Now we understand that energy is real because we are spiritual beings. Now the Lord said let the spiritual judge the spirit, let's judge things spiritually. We understand that these energies are real because you see it, you feel it. From the time you enter a room and somebody was talking about it, you feel the difference. From the time you reach somewhere, you're feeling the evil. From the time you see an evil spirit on somebody, you sense it. You just sense it. And that's something that the Lord make us feel because we were spiritual before we was physical. And this is something we have to understand. If the when you're around evil men, or you could say 2/3, because they don't want to be as wicked as, but they're still wicked as hell. When you're around them, you feel the energy that they give off.
You see me say this, so yeah, because I went through that same incident. That younger brother I was showing him, I say, hey, you didn't feel the body language of these heathens who you asking to do a favor. He was asking to lift up the boat. And he asked, about 3 heathens. He said, "How they give my little hand fisherman?" He said, "How they give my little hand to raise up this boat now?" And not even a soul move. Everybody just watch Akim, turn their face, watch down to the ground, and continue, doing what I was doing. So I now was on the other side, so I was walking, but I didn't channel and read the spirit. I was like, them are not fucking, them you don't see in the spirit that they don't like Jake. They don't want to do nothing for Jake, but if to get a hand, for they come in, give my hand to do this, and
they expect Jake to now run to them to get them a hand, but they don't want to get Jake a hand, and we know that the table turning on them right now. You understand? So the real idea of this video is to understand courage, understand what the Lord commands us to do, understand that we had to push forward, and the only way to push forward is to listen to what the Lord's saying and listen to the voice of the Lord. You understand? That's the only way we could push forward. Now, when it says let the spiritual man examine all things, that means everything you do, every move you make, you had to examine it now, because we're coming on closer to the end. And I was speaking about the energies. What the Lord say, be continual with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments. He didn't just say, be continual with a godly man, because we have a lot of godly men, a lot of men in the truth. But he say, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments, meaning that you know this man keeping the commandments. So when you are around him now, you know he keeping the Sabbath. You know the things that you doing, he doing. The things that you don't like, he don't like. Same way, because we are one mind. That's the energy that we pushing. You understand? So once we could accomplish this and we could push forward, the courage that we're gonna have, it will be stronger. It will be building, because we not just one man is seeing doing it. It's many men.
So simple. We should time for we to seriously put shit together. If you really want deliverance, if you really want to come out of here, time to put your shit together. Time to put your shit together in a sense that keep your eyes single. Focus on the prize. Focus on the reward. Where we would really, live forever and ever join us with your house shy, where rest is allowed. Where you chasing down these women, when women will be chasing you down. Think about it. The Lord see you and get 100-fold. Think about it. So you focus on that prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eye on the finish line. At the end is the heart of Hashem Messiah crowning us. and we gain that going back into that first state.
Can.
That will be focused on.
Yeah, work on yourself. Every brother had to work on yourself. Build up yourself because we have a lot of help right now as long as the internet is up. Farming are the word coming. That might be a stumbling block for a lot of brothers because it might cut off what I should say, one of your batteries. Because we know we have spiritual batteries in the street, and videos from other brothers is one of the things that push us a lot. Because it cut you, it motivates you, it gives you courage, a lot of things that these videos do. So when it's gone, you understand? You want to have enough stored up energy that when these videos gone, you remembering all these videos that you watch, you remembering because you was recollecting it in your mind, you're storing it up spiritually.
And I even go back into the not being a hearer alone. You be able to do what it would. So you need hear, but when the family would come, time for you to act the word and do the word, you faint in the time of affliction, then you was not part.
Apostle Gabbard always said, practice make permanent. Because practice make perfect is the statement in the world, but practice make permanent is the statement in the truth. Apostle Gabbard always say it because when you practice something and keep doing it, after a while it becomes permanent. Right? So hopefully this video was edifying through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And say Kalalayam, La Lahai Nawa, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that grew well. Salutation to the Akiam preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth.
Shalom.
Shalom to the the Aquatium listening and learning and respecting their husband. Shalom, shalom, shalom.
DTA. Until the next one.